Elhamdülillahi Rabbil Alemin ve salatu ve selamu ala seyyidil murselin ve ala alihi ve ashabihi ecma'in. I appreciate very much once more your attendance this very important class in my understanding, in my feeling. I appreciate, may Allah bless you, forgive your sins, and put you on the list of the shuhada, husn khatimah, and awliyaullah, muttaqin, who will be easily going to paradise at the day of judgment, including me, all. Inshallah, we may enjoy over there similar things I like to have in my mortal understanding, fani understanding, but over there we will have better, of course, life. Perhaps we will forget what we intended here. May Allah bless you, reward you all. We are in 780 article of Majallah Ahkama adliye. Okay, Bismillah. Bismillah. 780. Müstevda vedi'ayı kendi mali gibi bizzat hifzidir, eder. Yahut emini olan kimseye hifz ittirir. Okay. Bir kimseye ve emini indinde taaddi ve taksiri olmaksızın telef ya zayi olsa gerek müstevdaa ve gerek emine zaman lazım gelmez. Okay. Yes, good. I think we have all words, we know all words, but let me go broken, motamo translation, word by word. Mustavda, a person who is vedi'a is given, vedi'ayı kendi malı gibi bizzat hifzeder. He keeps, safe keeping. He keeps safely, anything deposited with him by himself. He keeps that by himself as he is keeping his own property. Deposited person keeps safe by himself, personally, the deposited property as he is keeping his own property. Yahut emini olan kimseye hifzettirir. Or he can keep safe one who is trustee. He trusts, emini. He let another person who he entrusts keep that thing. Okay? Ve emini indinde taaddi ve taksiri olmaksızın emini, the trustee, is person who is trusted by this mustavda, taaddi ve taksiri olmaksızın, without his aggressiveness, without his violation, without his fault. If that thing, deposited thing, becomes, disappears, dies, goes bad, or get lost, gerek müstevda ve gerek emine zaman lazım gelmez. It does not become binding on them, on müstevda, the person who is deposited, or his trustee. It is not necessary for them to compensate, to pay for that loss, because they don't have any ta'addi, any taqsir. They don't have any role, any violation, or shortcoming, fault. Okay. English. The person who accepts the property to keep takes care of it himself as if it were his own property, or causes it to be kept by someone who is trustworthy. And if without fault or neglect on the part of the person entrusted by him, but without fault, neglect, no, without their active role in violation and fault. Fault is second, ta'addi, I think that must be another, needs to be corrected, this translation. And if without fault or neglect on the part of the person entrusted by him, it is destroyed or wasted, neither the person who accepted the property to keep nor the person entrusted by him is liable to make compensation. Yes, correct. Okay. Now, '81. 781. Müstevda kendi malini nerede hifzidir eder ise vediayı dahi orada hifzeder. Yes, we know all words. Müstevda keeps safe that vedia deposited with him property at the place, keeps that thing at the place where he is keeping his own property. In same place, same, wherever he keeps his own things safe, he keeps that safe in that place. Who? Mustavda. Yes. Okay. 781. The person who undertakes to keep the property can keep it where he keeps his own property. Not can keep. Not can keep. Wrong. He keeps. He is bound to keep. Not hifz idar. Not hifz ida bilur. So this needs to be corrected. Okay. Two. 82. Vediyanın emsali vecih ile muhafazası lazımdır. Binaenaleyh nukud ve mücevherat misullu çekmece ve sundukta muhafazası muhtad olan zî kıymet ve nefis emvali ahur ve samanlık gibi eşyayı hasisenin hıfzına mahsus yerlerde tutmak, hıfzda taksir olmakla bu halde telef ve zayi olsa zaman lazım kelur. Yes, interesting. Nukud, some words. Nukud mücevherat. Nukud, you know this word. Nukud, money. Like naqd. It is like plural, but naqd. Mujawharat, mujawharat, jawhara. Jawhar, jewel, Arabic, English, jewel, it comes from Arabic, jawhar, jewel, valuable. Mujawhar, jawhara, juhira, yujawhiru, mujawharun, mujawharat. I mean, valuable stones and things, ornamental things, valuable, jewelry. Okay, I am going back, reading and translating word by word. First, 782. Vediyanın emsali vecihle muhafazası lazımdır. Vedi'a needs to be kept safe as equal to its similar things, other things, similar in same category. Vedi'a, whatever that property is, needs to be safely kept the way its similar category properties are preserved and kept. Same way. Binaenaleyh, based on this, nukud ve mücevherat misullu, money, nukud, like cash, metallic money. In those days, they did not have paper money that much. I mean, coins and jewelries, valuable things, مثل the likings, anything like this, çekmecede ve sandukta muhafazası muhtaç olan kıymet ve nefis. Things, nukud, coins, money, and jewelry, the likes, which are tradition, culture, to preserve, keep them in the drawers, closed places, like any other valuable, zi kıymet ve nefis, valuable and elegant things. These type of things, emvali, ahur veya samanlık gibi eşyayı hasisen hepsine mahsus yerlerde tutmak, keeping these type of valuable things, keeping them in barns, animals, stable, horses and animals, places, or barns, hay, where hays, stacks are there, bales, hay bales are there. Eşyayı hasise, just lower quality things are kept, places. Keeping these valuable things in that type of place, lower quality things are kept, places, hifz taksir olmakla. This is fault in keeping. Keeping them over there means failure in keeping, fault in the keeping, defective act in the keepings. Bu halde telef ya zayi olsa zaman lazım kelur. If they become bad or waste or get lost, valuable things, then making compensation is necessary. Fantastic. Fantastic. What a law, what a law. 782. The things delivered to be kept must be taken care of in the way which things like it are taken care of. Therefore, to place things like money and jewelry in places like a stable or straw shed, by reason of its being a neglect in keeping them, neglect, failure, or fault in keeping them, not necessary neglect as per se. If in this case they are wasted or destroyed, compensation becomes necessary. I think fairly good and okay. Okay. 783. Müstevda müteaddit oldukta eğer vedia kabili kısmet değilse birinin izniyle digeri hifz eder. Yahut bil münavebe hifz ederler. Ve bu halde vedia bila taaddi ve la taksir telef olsa birine zaman lazım gelmez. Let me write the word, we will continue. Bil münavebe. Let me just erase these two words here. New word is bil münavebe. Ta, but ta is not there. Okay. Bil münavebe. Bil münavebe. Be with. Münavebe. Münavebe tun nevebe. Nabe. Nabe, nibe, yenubu, yunabu. Nevebe. Turn. Return, going like doing tawbah, like nevebe. Also, münavebe, like navebe, nuvibe, yunavibu, yunavebu, münavebetun. Niwabun, niwabun. Niyabun could be. So, münavebe, by turn, like more than one person, each one his turn. Mutual. Münavebe. Bil münavebe, with münavebe. Okay. Then I am continuing to read. Ve eğer vedi'a kabili kısmet ise müstevdalar anı beyinlerinde seviyen taksim ile her biri hissesini hifzeder. Okay. Kabili kısmet. Kısmet, you know. Kısmet to divide. Kısmet. قسم. نحن قسمنا. تقسيم. To divide. قسمت. سويا equal. سويا. سويا. سويا. سويا مساوي equal سويا. سويا. سويا. سواء مساوي. سويا equal. Let me continue on reading a little long. Ve birisi hissesini mudi'in izni olmadıkça müstevdai ahire veremez. Okey. Verip de ahirin yedinde iken bila taaddi ve la taksid telef ya zayi olsa alana zaman lazım gelmez. Ama veren kendi hissesini zamin olur. Okay. Now going back to word by word. Müstevda müteaddid oldukta. Müteaddid more than one. Adet. The persons who are given to, deposited to, are more than one. If they are more than one, a few people, okay, oldukta. Eğer vedi'a kabili kısmet değilse, if vedi'a is not divisible, cannot be divided, that property given, birinin izniyle diğeri hifzeder. With the permission of one, other person will keep. So others, if they are two, one will give. Or if they are three, these two will give permission to other person, third person, in their group, to preserve. So he will preserve it, he will keep it safe. Okay. Yahut bilbunna ve beyle hifz ederler. Or they all will keep safe, will keep that safe with their turn. Ve bu halde vedi'a bila taaddi ve la taksid telef olsa birine lazım gelmez. In this situation, if there is no active violation and fault, that thing gets lost or destroyed, there will be no compensation. They are not asked to compensate, to pay for that, because they did not have any ta'addi, they didn't have anything wrong. Ve eğer vedi'a kabili kısmet ise, but if vedi'a is divisible, can be divided, vedi'a can be divided, müstevdalar anı beyinlerinde seviyen taksim ile her biri hissesini hifzeder. In this case, müstevda people can divide that equal, and each one keeps safe. The share goes to him. Any share which goes to him. Each one. Ve birisi hissesini mudi'in izni olmadıkça müstevda'i ahiret veremez. And no one can give his share to other person deposited in that group without permission of the owner of that property. He cannot. Verip de ahirin yedinde iken bila taaddi ve la taksid telef ya zayi olsa alana zaman lazım gelmez. If he gives with the permission, that gets wasted or lost in the hand of other person without that person's active violation, aggression, transgressing, not aggression, perhaps transgressing the rules, and without his fault, then there is no compensation for that loss. Ama veren kendi hissesini zamin olur. But the person who gave, he will be compensating for the share he gave, because without permission. He gave without permission of the person, of the owner. Okay. 783. When there are different persons who undertake to keep the thing, if the thing is not capable of division, but by the leave of one of the other keeps it, or they keep it in turns. And in that case, if the thing delivered to be kept is destroyed without fault or neglect, neither is compelled to make compensation. And if the thing is capable of division, the persons who accept the charge of it divide it equally in their possession, and each one takes care of his share. And one cannot give his share to another while the permission of the person who delivered the thing to them is not given. If he does give it, and it is destroyed or wasted without fault or neglect, while in the hands of the other, the person who takes it is not liable to make compensation, but the person who gave it is liable to make compensation for his own share. A little long. Also, this neglect, I think, transgressing, not neglect. Neglect is included maybe in that, but that is something needs to be refined. This article needs to be refined better, with better legal terms. $784. Hak-ı idada irad olunan şart, eğer mümkünül icra ve müfid olur ise muteberdir. Değil ise lağvdır. Let me write the word. Mümkünül icra. İcra. mümkün, let me write this way, icra. Mümkün, emkene, mekene. To make possible, mümkün, emkene, mümküne, yumkünü, yumkenu, imkan, mümkünün, ismul fail. İcra, ecreye, cereye, to flow. İcra, mümkünül icra, executable, doable, applicable, practicable, doable. One can do it. Okay. Let me continue reading. Zira cevazı şer'i zamana münafidir. Zira şart mümkünül icra değildir. I mean, some explanation, it goes like that a little bit. So, let me go read once more. And perhaps text and text and explanation seems mixed. Okay. Evet, 784. Akd idada, akd idada irad olunan şart eğer mümkünül icra ve müfid olur ise, müfid, useful, ifade, faide, muteberdir. Akd-i ida, depositing contract, vedia contract. Any condition, any stipulation put on the contract, in the contract of vedia, şart, any condition, eğer mümkünül icra ve müfid olursa, if that is executable and useful, muteber olur, it is valid, condition is valid. Değil ise lağvdır. If not, then it is lağv, meaningless, no legal ramification. It is lağv, no legal ramification. Eğer hini akıdda ve eğer ba'del akd dermeyan olsun, gerek hini akıdda ve gerek ba'del akd dermeyan olsun. Whether it is put akd time that condition or after the contract? No difference. So if this condition is not is applicable, executable, it's okay. Not executable, it is lagw. Lagw means condition is lagw, no meaning, but contract is there. Condition as if not existing. Okay. Mesela müstevdeğin hanesinde hıfzolunmak şartıyla bilmal ida olunmuşken, fast a little bit. For example, if a condition is put that vedia will be kept in the house of müstevde, harik vuku'uyla diğer bir mahalle nakledilse, like harik vuku'uyla, like a fire took place and that had been taken to somewhere else, that stuff, they have to take it. Geldikte, o şarta itibar olunmaz. That time this condition will not be considered as condition, because there was fire. Because of that, it had to be taken away. Zira o vediyayı hane derununda bırakmak mümkünül icra ise de, though it is okay, it is possible to leave that in the house, but müfid değildir. But it is not useful to leave that. Hatta nakletmeyip de olmalı telef olsa, zaman lazım geleceği, if so much so that if it was possible to take away that stuff, but left over there, compensation becomes necessary because of the previous article. Fıkra-i ahiresinde mezkurdu. Bu surette vediya diğer mahalle nakl olup da bila ta'di ve la taksir telefiya zahil olsa lazım gelmez. In this case, if that is taken to another place and that gets lost on, destroyed without active role and fault, then there will be no compensation. Zira cevaz-ı şer'i zamana münafidir. Because what Sharia allows, like taken away, allows is against the compensation or negates compensation. Since it is allowed, Sharia, then something happens, no compensation. Ve kezalik müstevda. Müstevda vediyanın hafsını emredip de, if müstevda ordered that be kept, zevcesine ya oğluna yahut hizmetkarına veyahut kendi malını hepsi ede gelen bir kimseye vermekten nehyettik de. Mudi Vedia giver owner gives this to Mustavda, keep this one, but he says, don't give to your wife, your son, or your servants, or anybody who is keeping your stuff. Don't give, he says, owner. Nehyettik de, eğer ol kimseye vermekte mecburiyet var ise, if there is a necessity that Mustavda has to give that one to one of these people, though he was prevented to give them, but he is forced. If it is they olsa var ise nehi muteber olmaz. In this case, the prohibition of the ban given by the owner will not be valued. No value for that. Zira şart-ı mezkur mümkünül icra değildir. Because whatever he put as a condition is not executable. Not lazimul icra. Okay. Now, let me read English part. 784. A condition inserted in a contract of safekeeping is observed, is valid, not observed, is valid, needs to be observed. If the restriction is possible to be observed, if not, it is void. Okay.
The text said lahu. Lahu.
Lahu.
Is void.
Lahu means no value. No value. Nonsense. Laghibun ve lahwun ve laghwun in Quran. Nonsense. Nonsense means no sense, no meaning, no value. As if not said, as if not existing.
So the word void is not a good word.
Huh?
The word void is not a good word.
No, yes, not batil. Void is batil, not good word, yes. Must be batil, yes. Anyhow, this is too long English. I think the person, they messed up explanation with the main text article. So, for example, when an agreement of the safekeeping of a property has been made with a condition that it must be kept in the house of the person entrusted, if a necessity has arisen for removing it to another place in consequence of a fire having occurred, no attention is paid to the condition. No attention, law, not value. Okay. And in this case, when the thing entrusted is removed to another place, if it is destroyed or wasted without fault or neglect, compensation is not necessary. Likewise, if the person who delivers the property to keep gives an order to the person who accepts it to keep the property and forbids him to give it to his wife or his child or his servant or the person who keeps his own property, if necessities compelling him to give it to that person arise, the prohibition is not considered, not valid. In this case, if the person entrusted gives the thing entrusted to his keeping, yes, to that person, and it is destroyed or wasted without fault or neglect, compensation is not necessary. And if he gives it while it is no necessity, he is responsible. Likewise, when a condition has been made for keeping in a certain room or of a house, in case the person entrusted has kept it in another room or of that house, if those rooms are equal for the purpose of safekeeping, the condition is not regarded. And in this case, if the thing entrusted is destroyed against compensation, compensation does not become necessary. But if there is an inequality between the rooms, like one being constructed of masonry, and the other of wood, the condition is observed. The person entrusted is compelled to keep the thing in the room agreed upon. And if it is destroyed when put in a room inferior to that room, as regards safekeeping, compensation is made. Anyhow, a little too long, but I had to read it. Let me stop here at this point, inshallah, today. Okay.